Here's more from my trip with Navigare Yachting. I chose Navigare Yachting to go on this trip with all my friends. It was a 7-day cruise, and this is a typical day. The chef on the boat was Kishi, and she would cook an amazing breakfast. Here she is, with the breakfast she had laid out. And with them in their swimsuits, and me in my pajamas, we would go in when the breakfast was ready. Kishi had made an amazing breakfast of chicken and waffles and French toast and fruit and everything to our liking. She'd asked us what we liked to eat, and she delivered. It was always a surprise of what she would come up with, and it was always delicious. We love Kishi, our chef. Every morning, the captain would take us to a really great snorkel place because my friends loved to snorkel. I would show up, and they'd already been in the water, and every day I had my gourmet coffee, and we would chit-chat about what the day held and what adventures we were going to be having. It was so relaxing to be in a special spot, just looking at the beautiful blue waters and the next island we had arrived at in the British Virgin Islands. And then after breakfast, then it was off to go to this really famous place called Willy T's. And all we had to do was sail there. Time to say goodbye to where we had been, and off we go. Then it was time to jump in the dinghy all together to get over to Willy T's. Those dinghy rides were always a whole lot of fun. Willy T's is on Norman Island, and it's a schooner that's converted into a floating bar. Willy T is short for the owner's name, William Thornton, and this has been moored in the waters of the BVI for decades. Now, William Thornton is an architect, and he was the first superintendent of the United States Patent Office, and he loved his Willy T's schooner. That is a floating bar and full of party people like us. When we got on Willy T's, we wanted to see what the merchandise was. They had all these t-shirts. So the girls and I took a look. That was a lot of fun, and we decided what we were going to get. As the boat was driving by, it was the first chance to see it. I'd heard about this for years. It's 2 stories, and all those people are just like me. They want to go out and have a great time at the British Virgin Islands, so it's really a stop to take. And there's Adam of our cruise saying hi. I'm going to walk over to my girlfriend's and see what's going on. And there I looked at all the merchandise with them, and we were picking things out. It was a really great time just playing around and looking around the bar. There's all these old artifacts. There was these things on the ceiling, including a skull head. That was just kind of funny. And so you have to go to the bar to buy the merchandise. And the bartender brought our t-shirts, and Adam got a white one. Rochelle got a pink one. And then it was time for painkillers. That is the drink of the British Virgin Islands. It's got a dark rum in it, some coconut juice, and orange juice. The orange juice is what sets it apart from pina colada. And up we went to the upper deck, and everybody was so friendly. There was a whole lot of people there, and my friends started jumping off the platform while I played cheerleader. Rochelle was first to jump.
Woo!
And then it was Adam's turn.
1, 2, 3, go!
And Adam said he saw a stingray at the bottom. It kind of freaked him out. That was quite amazing. You could see right through that very clear water to the stingray. And then more and more people would just stand there and jump in the water. Willy T's is unique in this experience. Everybody wanted to get into the act. And group after group jumped off. Then it was our group's turn. But check out the sign. It says no jumping or diving. Well, nobody was paying attention to that sign. I don't know why. The sign was quite big. Maybe that's a joke, because that's exactly what we were doing off the end of Willy T's. So there we have Julie and Rochelle, and they're going to be jumping. And after they were finished, they came back up the steps to do it again, feeling very triumphant at their bravery. They teased me. They wanted me to do it. No. I just pretended. I ended up chaining myself to the table. I just didn't have the bravery to do it. And then after our fun time at Willy T's, it was time to get back on the dinghy and go back to the boat with Captain Ray at the helm again. He had gone by the snorkeling bay where all these snorkelers were, but he said, "There's too many people there. I gotta take you where no one's snorkeling. So he found another place for us to snorkel, and it was amazing. Barry jumped in, and Barry took a look, and the fishes were magnificent. Look at this bright blue fish. There was all kinds of exotic tropical fish that we saw, and Julie went too. It was amazing, the amount of sea life. Because of the warm water, though, it was interesting. The coral was white, kind of bleached out. We've been studying that with global warming, and that was kind of interesting to see the bleached out coral. But the fish didn't care. They had a good time. And the white bottom made it for really beautiful blue water above. And then Jackie spotted a sea turtle, and she followed it. In the BVI, there's green and hawksbill turtles. They can be 150 and all the way up to 300 pounds for a green turtle. This particular turtle we found is the hawksbill turtle. It was a beautiful brown with a white underbelly and so easy to see in those clear BVI waters. And quite undisturbed by Jackie swimming near it. She didn't touch it. She just swam near it. That was pretty exciting to find that and to catch it on video. How was it?
Oh, it was amazing. I just love to snorkel.
Jackie's a great friend of mine. She's been a friend for years.
I came here to spend time with my friends and spend time snorkeling, and it was the best I've ever had.
This is my friend Rochelle. Rochelle and I have been friends in Santa Barbara for years and years. She's really fun and adventurous.
I've been to the BVIs before, and I must say, I have never seen any crew take us to all the different islands than our crew took us to. Amazing snorkeling, amazing restaurants, dinners, and the dinners on our boat by our chef were amazing as well.
And Barry is Mr. Hollywood. He's so much fun.
Turn around.
Well, he's got the shoes on.
The seas were bluer than I thought blue could never be before. It was calm. It was like the air conditioning was great on the boat. The beds were so comfortable. The crew was great. The captain was fantastic. The cook was amazing. The food was fabulous. And we're just so happy to be here and be a part of this all.
This is my friend Julie. She's behind the camera a whole lot. You may not have seen much of her in this video series, but here she is with her drone. She's a delight and has been one of my friends for many, many years. And it was her love and my love too to do these video series to show what an amazing vacation we had with Navigare Yachting out in the BVIs. And here's my friend Karen. She was great with video. She took a lot of those underwater shots for me.
Oh my gosh, the snorkeling and the crew were fabulous. Thank you so much.
A few of our friends got fishing licenses because they wanted to try their hand at fishing. Well, Captain Ray was great. He would assist us. So if you don't know how to fish, the captain for Navigare Cruising will help you out. Now, Karen's husband, Scott, is a serious fisherman. He led all of our fishing adventures at a pure joy.
I've had the time of my life with my Navigare crew and the scenery.
And if you tire out, you have Captain Ray to reel your line in. He was all in for the fun of our cruise and became part of our group. We made a new friend with Captain Ray. Captain Ray knew just what to do when the fish came on board. It was such an exciting moment. Captain Ray helped bring the fish on board. And there's a shot of Scott and Captain Ray, and Scott with his great big fish. Good job, Scott. We would always look over the side of the boat just to see if there were any fish. And there were a lot of fish. I started chumming and throwing food out to them. That was a lot of fun. And then every night, the boat would dock in different waters, and you never knew what was under the surface. So on this very dark night, the captain always has a blue light under the boat. So I started splashing. I wanted to see if I could attract some fish. Well, in no time, I attracted these sharks. Oh, that was quite surprising. We were watching the sharks swim around underneath our boat that night. And then I had the bright idea. We had some leftovers from the snacks that Kishi had prepared for us. So I wanted to see what the sharks like to eat. So I started chumming the sharks. I threw out some crackers, and then I threw out a piece of meat. Oh, let me tell you, those sharks sure liked the meat. They didn't really go for the crackers, I found out. We took a lot of video of those sharks because that was pretty amazing. We had a whole bunch of them underneath our boat. These sharks look like the black-tip sharks. There are a number of different varieties of sharks in the British Virgin Islands. Now this one looked to me like a black-tip shark. They grow to about 8 feet. I wasn't going to be swimming that night in the water. Haha. So after our very busy day, we had asked Kishi to make a really great dinner so we can just stay in that night and be able to enjoy her great cooking on the boat. And she even made rack of lamb. So we all had to cheer Kishi. She had done a marvelous job. We loved her cooking. With Navigare Yachting, you can have a chef. And we loved ours. Kishi was great. What a time of our lives we've had. This is a trip for a lifetime. This is so amazing. I hope you check it out too. Click the link below for Navigare Yachting. It's an amazing company with a fleet of boats so you and all your loved ones and friends can have this experience. It's a bucket list for a lifetime. Cheers! 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 See you next time. Cheers! Cheers! If you like this video, there's some more over here, and they're all about travel to make these experiences like we've just shown in this video today. I hope to see you there. Make a comment, and let's chat about the next lifetime experience we're all going to live. Yay! Yay!
Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers.